thank you again.
You bet. Thank you. All right. So we are in first match, step ladder, CBA at Saxon. This is the 2 practice shots on each lane. This is our number 5 seed, Ann Sopp-Schroeder, bowling against the number 4 seed, Nate Waldhauser. And again, this is 2 shots on each lane. So we will get started here as soon as they are wrapped up.
Back to your other ball. Battle of the 2 people that lost their shot? Yep. It's okay. Whoever wins just needs to find it for the next match.
All right. What's that? You're going to finish first? So, yeah, she'll start then, left lane. You bet.
That's, typical. Guy finishes first.
All right, so we are underway. This will be the first shot, stepladder matches, or stepladder finals.
Prize fund list?
CBA at Saxon Lanes. So we have number 4 seed, Nate Waldhauser, bowling against number 5 seed, Ann Sopp-Schroeder. Nate has chosen to have Ann start the match. So here we go, first frame, first game of the finals. And big start with a strike there. Our top 5, Nick Pate, a big last couple of games, 289, 245, winning both matches, jumping ahead of Dave Langer for that number 1 seed. Lumpy is the number 2 seed. Clark Poelzer, steady all day long, number 3 seed. Then we have Nate Waldhauser and Ann. Oh, big 4 for Nate on the first shot here. Autobahn was the pattern choice today. Definitely led to a low scoring pace. Qualifying pins did carry forward, so Lumpy, Dave Langer, plus 272 was the qualifying leader. Had almost a 100-pin lead on Elijah Raymond. Elijah, as we see Nate take the 6 only off the big 4 there. Elijah was bowling his first CBA event, so did very well, qualifying second. Then we had Clark at 159 over. But it went all the way down to only taking plus 28 to make the top 14. We did have 45 entries today, so a great turnout. All right, so Nate, second frame, working on that open, and strike, solid shot. All right, we'll see if Katie Ann can double here and put some early pressure on. Oh, fortunate to kick the 10 out, leaving just the 2-8. We've seen one player go through the face, one player not get there, but obviously the right lane looking a little different than the left. Get over there. All right. Makes easy work of the 2-8, staying clean. All right, third frame working on a spare. Turn the corner there. Good shot. Strike's fair strike for Katie Ann. Start the match. Nate definitely needing a double here. Try and get himself back in after that first frame big four open. That one he got a little more room, leaving just the 2-pin. I'll go out on a limb and say that he missed in on that first shot on the first frame there. Probably hit target on this one. We saw Katie Ann's ball kind of wiggle out there too when she got it right. Definitely looks like the tighter lane out of the two. Rolls it perfectly over the thumb hole to pick up the 2-pin easily. All right, so we'll see how he does on the easy lane here out of the pair. Not a single player has missed yet on this lane. We moved in even deeper, yeah, or he cut it short, but still nobody has missed yet in the step ladder on that left lane. Beautiful high flush Brooklyn. All right, we'll see what kind of adjustment she makes off that 2-8. Yeah, looks like she might have slowed it down just a little bit, tried to get it to have a little more time, but went from 2-8 to dead 10. Definitely a lazy lane on the right there. And easy work of the 10 pin, staying clean. She's at Dutch pace through 4. At this point, holding on to a 13 pin lead. Nate's 47 in the 3rd, working on a strike in the 4th. Katie Ann again, Dutch through 4. And the streak continues, dead flush on that left lane. She keeps her Dutch alive, and still nobody has missed yet on the left lane in this finals match. All right, so we'll see how Nate will attack this right lane now. Again, the right lane's certainly a little lazy in comparison. Little hang spot. Both players almost 2-8-10-ing. He stayed firm with it. Yeah, 2-4-8-10. Definitely see that spot out there where it does not want to make a corner. Kind of looked to me in the 4th for Katie Ann. She maybe slowed it down a little bit, tried to give it a little more time. Left a dead 10. Kind of looked to me like Nate took the other approach. Oh, I'm sorry, that was just the 2-4-10 there. There's no 8 pin there. Looked like he took the other approach and attempted to move in a little bit, maybe be a little tighter. Never had a chance to make that corner. So his second open of the match, 75 in the 5th for Nate. Katie Ann still going at Dutch pace through 5. Moved in, maybe a little more ball there. Now you just can't get the 7 to get out. I couldn't tell from the last frame when Nate was up in that left lane if he had just pinched it a little short and missed in that it went Brooklyn. With that ball change, I think maybe he had come close to target. Another perfectly thumb hole rolled spare. Makes easy work of that 7 pin. So obviously he felt a different shape, a different look was in need. Can't get that 7 to go out this time. All right, let's see if Katie Ann can figure out the right lane for a double here. She's working on a strike in the 5th. Kept it in from that spot that, yeah, jumped. Looks like she moved in kind of like Nate did. Caught a little too much friction for her, 3-6-10. Chops the 3-6 off the 10. 108 in the 6th with that open for Katie Ann. 75 in the 5th with a spare up in the 6th for Nate. So Katie Ann still has a little bit of cushion. Pretty good shot. Oh, jump down lane, 4-6. Well, this pattern is definitely not forgiving all day long. Again, we mentioned cut score to make match play was only 28 over. As we see Katie Ann get the 6 only. So 117 in the 7th after back-to-back opens. We'll see if Nate can take advantage of this, make up some ground. These two are neck and neck during the qualifying. They actually tied for the 8th spot in qualifying at plus 81. Well, he did get a better look on that lane. Still couldn't get them all to go, even a 9-pin. I'm sure everybody at home watching, or those that are here that didn't make the top 5 or match play, are rooting Katie Ann to win because she's the only one that is not in the Bet You Win pot. So I'm sure everybody would like to see that carry over for another month. Easy work on the 9-pin for Nate. So he could pull the match to within 3 with a strike here. He has got 94 in the 6th, spare up in the 7th. Katie Ann back-to-back opens 117 in the 7th. Well, there we got a 4-piece bucket. Just never made a move down lane. So that's going to keep him 7 down. Hold. Whoa. Well, they found a way to get it. Josh, the pattern was Autobahn today, and we did have a re-oil in between the qualifying and the match play, so they did get uglier throughout the match play. All right, let's see how she attacks this right lane now. This has been the trouble lane on the pair for sure. And there it is. Our first strike on lane 20. Finally got it figured out. Back double. She gets the 7 to go. That's a big double. Big double. In a match where neither player has been able to find 2 in a row, that was a big carry. All right. Nate pretty much must have one here. Kept it in. Gosh, too much down lane angle for him. 3-6-10. And we saw Katie Ann leave this time 2 frames ago on that lane. 2 times ago on that lane. She chopped the 3-6 off the 10. Definitely tough to control the shape on this pattern, especially as it's broken down after the second application. All right. 127 in the 8th for Nate. Spare up in the 9th. Katie Ann pretty much just needs to stay out of trouble here unless Nate can find a way here to find a strike on left lane. A little short there, yeah, through the face, another 3-6-10. He's got to have this just to make her show up. Oh no. Flagged it off, takes a 10 only. 152. Yeah, she kept it behind the line. That was the first step. Leaving just the 6-10. Nice easy spare. Either way, she cruises in to the next match, where she will meet Clark Poelzer, the age-defying Clark Poelzer. All right, this one is in the books. Katie Ann 185, Nate 152. Both players really struggled with that right lane. I'm sure Katie Ann is hoping for a little better look on the next lane. Give us a couple seconds here. We'll move the camera over. Each player will get 2 shots on each lane as well. So go grab something to drink or a little food. Jump back on with us. Two shots on each lane. Yes, sir. Both of you. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah, it went great. All right, for those just tuning in or jumping back on, they're just finishing up their practice here, so each player 2 shots on each lane. Clark is the higher seed, our number 3 seed in the step ladder. Katie Ann just advanced, beating Nate Waldhauser 185 to 152. So Clark will get the option of deciding to start first or finish first here. Give them just a couple of minutes here to finish their practice. And we'll be right into the action. Absolutely, Dan. Start. You got it. Katie Ann, do you mind clearing those out again? Thank you. All right, Clark has decided to start the match first, so we will get underway here. I'm sure most people out there know Clark and Katie Ann have a very father-daughter-like relationship. Clark has given Katie Ann a lot of instruction over the years, been a mentor to her, so definitely a cool match to be able to watch here. All right, Clark gets us underway. And a 2-4-5 to get us started. Again, Autobahn was the pattern choice today, so not an easy pattern by any means. Only took 28 over to make the cut, 22 over to cash. All right, easy work. Clark, good spare shooter. Makes easy work of the 2-4-5, so. All right, first frame, game number 2 for Katie Ann. Again, she advanced 185 to 152 over Nate Waldhauser. Maybe a little wide. Either way, 8-pin, easy spare. Oh, no. She pulls it inside. Goes past on the left, so giving Clark the early lead in the match. Let's see a little rebound out of her here. Much better shot, dead flush. All right, open strike. start the match for Katie Ann. Clark getting up on the right lane in the second frame, working on a spare. Again, I'm sure most that bowled today are looking to bowl the year end. Kind of rooting for Katie Ann. She's the only one in the top 5 that is not in the Bet You Win jackpot. So I'm sure everybody would like to see that carry over to the year end tournament. Next month is, Clark with, and gets away with it. A rare lose of the ball in the down swing. Tug it inside. Gets away with it. So yeah, next month, Team Challenge, Minnesota Team Challenge. That does count as a CBA event. So for those that need to get their 4 in for the year end, there are only at this point 7 spots remaining. So make sure you get your team signed up if you want to bowl in that. Oh, boy, did that wiggle down lane. Right when that looked like that was going to make a move, that went about another 1.5 foot straight. 2, 4, 8, 10. And little trick shooting here. Very impressive conversion. Staying clean, staying on Dutch pace. Boy, both of these right lanes on the first 2 pairs look to be a little squirty down lane. Of course, we just saw Clark's on 17 as well. Looked like it was about to make the move. And then straighten out and wiggle on them down lane. Katie Ann makes easy work of the 2-pin. So down by 11, stepping up in the 4th frame, working on a spare. Winner of this match will meet the number 2 seed, Dave Langer. Lumpy was our qualifying leader. Great shot. She's got a really good look on that left lane. So Lumpy was qualifying leader at, what was it, plus 280, plus 284. I got it here. Let's see. 272. Almost a 100-pin lead over the second qualifier, Elijah Raymond, bowling in his first CBA event. Qualifying pins did carry over, so Lumpy did take that 100-pin lead into the match play. Is that going to roll it? No. And a dead 10 for Clark. But somewhere in about game 4 of the 6 games of match play, Nick Pate caught fire, jumped by Lumpy, and took over the number 1 seed for the stepladder finals here. Clark, a really good spare shooter, obviously. Makes easy work of that 10-pin. Okay, so we've got at the moment a 10-pin match. Clark working on a spare, stepping up in the 5th. Katie Ann will be working on a strike when she gets up in the 5th. Yeah, he definitely kept that on a tighter line. Didn't give it room to hit that wiggle spot. 79 in the fourth for Clark, strike in the fifth. As we see Katie Ann step up here, working on that strike in the fourth. She's got 49 in the third. Looking to erase the lead that Clark has. That one got right at target as well. 1-2-8. So Katie Ann made the cut into the match play portion, tied for 8th at plus 81, kind of right in the middle of the pack. We had 45 bowlers today, so we took the top 14. As we see her run down the 1-2-8, cash the top 15. Katie Ann had actually hovered around the number 2-3 seed area of the match play portion until a 159 in game 5 dropped her back down. She lost her last 2 matches, so she didn't get any bonus help either. Yeah, she has got a great look on that left lane. Has not missed yet there on lane 17. Anyways, that kept her at least in the top 5, and again, she made it through the first match against Nate Waldhauser, 185 to 152. Coincidentally, those two had tied after qualifying at plus 81 to get into the match play, both making the step ladders. Clark's in trouble with his footing on that right lane. That's the second one he's lost quite a bit inside. Leaves himself just the 610. Spare here, and he will retain his 10-pin lead. All right. Keeps that 10-pin lead. So 99 in the 5th, spare in the 6th. Kept that one tight again. Oh, trips the 4. 119 in the 6th for Clark. Strike up in the 7th, maintaining that lead. We're getting close to where we're going to use those words must-have situation. She's going to have to find this right lane soon. She's got a great look on the left lane. Just can't get that ball to finish on that right lane. 2-8. We'll see if she can run this down here. Try to keep the match within 10. And she got both of them easily. So 109 in the 6th for Katie Ann. She's got a spare in the 7th. Stepping up on her good lane. She has not missed on lane 17 yet. Fantastic look. All three have been just dead flush. push that one in a little. 3, 6, 10. Winner of this match will go against the number 2 seed in the stepladder, Dave Langer. And waiting in the wings for the winner of that match, as we see Katie Ann pick up that 3, 6, 10, is Nick Pate, our number 1 seed in the stepladder. All right, so both players have struggled on this right lane for sure. Just like the last match, neither player able to find much of a look on the right lane, much of a shape. This one seems to be the same. Yeah, he did it again. Well, fortunate to find his way to a second strike on that right lane, but does it through a Brooklyn. He has either lost the ball or had bad footing. I can't tell which, but that right lane has given Clark a lot of trouble. But fortunate carry. Brooklyn for a double. 119 in the 6th, working on a double, stepping up here in the 9th. Yeah, and he's got a good look now there on that left lane. Tripped to 4 in the 7th. Made a little move off that, a better shot. Solid flush in the 9th. All right, Katie Ann's got to find this right lane here. If she can go back on her good lane. Oh. Big 4. She had such a good look on that left lane. Had only one errant shot on that left lane throughout the match, but this right lane just was devastating for her. Oh, 610 only, so she's got 150 in the 9th. Best she can do is going to be 180. Clark's going at about a 220 pace right now. Oof, well, at least the 9 got out of there. 4-pin only. All right, it's the spares. 170 max here. Very good tournament for her, a good showing. $169 for Katie Ann to finish with. So this one already in the books. Clark will advance to meet the number 2 seed, Dave Langer. As we see Clark leave a 10-pin there. It didn't matter. Meaningless spare for sure at that. Clark finishes off 206, 169, and he advances to meet the number 2 seed, Dave Langer. We'll move the camera over one pair to the left here, and each player will get 2 shots on each lane, so give us just a little bit of time here, and come back and join us for the semi-final match. All right, they're just finishing up. There are 2 shots on each lane here. We've got number 2 seed Dave Lumpy Langer against our number 3 seed Clark Poelzer, who just advanced over Ann Sopp. Ann was our 5 seed who advanced past Nate Waldhauser in our first match, 185 to 152, but was defeated by Clark 206 to 169. So. And it looks like Lumpy, being the higher seed, has chosen to go ahead and have Clark start the match. And we are underway. First frame. Semifinals. Good start. Side note here. Call out to Brett Spangler. This is a all-motive semifinals match, so we will definitely have a motive representative in the finals no matter what. That being said, Columbia 300 staffer, EBI staffer Nick Pate waiting in the wings as the number 1 seed, as we see both players start off flush strikes. Quite a change from the last couple of matches. Last two pairs were definitely tough to navigate. All right, working on a strike in the second frame here, Langer. A little trouble with the footing up there, obviously. So he leaves the bucket here on that left lane. Debbie, I couldn't agree more. I'm sure everybody knows as a Hammer staff member, I like the hashtag Team EBI as well. Oh no. Chopping the 248 off of the 2485. And an early open. Early advantage to Poelzer. Age-defying Clark. Wow. I really don't know if I have seen Clark throw two Brooklyns maybe in 15 years, and he's thrown two in the last two matches. Nonetheless, starts off with a double. Third frame, working on that double, dead flush, three-bagger to start the match. All right, so Langer struck on the first shot, first frame here on this right lane. He's going to need to have that again. Dead 10. Bumpy, easy work. We have Deadwood on 16.
I will not run as fast as
Just run down there and get that, would you? Why, you can run fast down this side. You don't even have to go down the gutter cap.
I'll hit one of those poles and knock myself out. You guys like, well, I got to clean a dead body off. Catwalk.
Taking the alternate route.
Walk that down.
Yeah, of course. And taking the easy way back.
No, full on.
All right. Langer in the left lane. He lost his footing in the second frame here. Let's see what kind of shot when he's got his footing underneath him. A great strike. All right, so 48 in the third for Langer. He's got a strike in the fourth. Clark, perfect through three. Getting up on the fourth here. He did go Brooklyn, though, on this right lane. Let's see what kind of a move he makes off that, or if it was just a bad shot on his part. That one got more room. Oh, dead 7-10. Ouch. still going to have a little bit of cushion here with this, but this will certainly slow things down. No. Just the 10 pin. Yeah, time to regroup. He's been dead flush on this left lane throughout the whole bit.
Thinking about it.
There we go. Back in it. Back into the pocket. Great shot. It's a little early to say must have, but Lumpy better get this right lane figured out here. Dead 10. Last time up. That bit early. Fortunate to get the 4 out of there. There's one rolling around still. Oh, that one was coming around with some pace too. Steve, yeah, they both are motive staffers, so I see a Canon tag on the rack. Is that the yeah, Jackal Ghost for Lumpy. Is that the Trident Quest, I think, there for Trident Quest for Poelzer, I believe, there. Great shot for Langer. All right, 88 in the 5th for Lumpy. Strike up in the 6th. You're welcome, Steve. All right, so let's see what Clark does here. Brooklyn in the 2nd. Dead 7-10 in the 4th. In a little bit. There we go. Flush in the 6th. Waiting in the wings, we have our number 1 seed, Nick Pate. Waiting for the winner of this match for the finals. Clark has had a great look on this left lane. I expect this one to be there as well. Oh, he missed in on that one too. Wow. 6 pin only. Easy work of the 6 pin there for Clark. All right, Langer needs one here. God. The other part of that 4-9 on this shot. Tripped out the 4 last time. Oh. That's funny, Sully. I have to admit I got a chuckle out of that. All right, Lumpy makes easy work of the 4 pin here. Get there. Ah. Dead 10. This will be the second tournament in a row that Lumpy has made the step ladder. If anybody watched the coverage last week, or last month, we were at the Bolero in Blaine. Lumpy was our #1 seed and got steamrollered in the final match. Brent Newman shooting 300 against him. Now we just can't find the shape in this match. All things considered, looks like probably turn into a third place finish for him. So a nice couple of months. Yeah, great shot. Flush 7-pin. Clark, a great spare shooter. This should be easy work for him. Wow. That's it. I guess I'll stop being the black cloud for people. I mentioned Katie Ann being a good spare shooter. Hooked past a 9-pin. Now we just watch Clark hook past the 7-pin.
You need me more. You need me in the booth.
I don't know, but Clark just hooked past a 7-pin.
No way.
Yeah. All right. Well, now a bucket. That was the lane he had a great look on throughout the whole bit. Johnny, you know I would have killed it today.
Oh, he would have murdered him. Only puts out patterns he would have killed.
Autobahn was the pattern.
Autobahn.
Yeah. All right, so 163 in the 8th for Clark. Match is definitely taking a turn the other way. Hold a little. Oof. Seen 2 players so far in the step ladders that have chopped that bucket, so almost a third, but Clark gets it to go down. 163 in the 8th, now a spare in the 9th for him. So Lumpy stepping up in the 9th on the right lane. He's left a 4-pin, he's left a 9-pin. 127 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th. Yeah, he's too much friction for him. Greek church.
That's a new one. Yeah, I don't get it. I bet he gets 3.
And you are right. He got all 3 of them. Now, Clark just pretty much stay behind the line and keep his pulse going. 150 in the 9th for Lump, so the best he can max out at here is 180. Clark's already 163 in the 8th, spare in the 9th.
It's gone.
Debbie, I know, it's what we've been sitting here talking about. We've been watching that number creep up. It's crazy. Fantastic, though. Love the exposure. Glad people are enjoying it and wanting to watch. I'm going to have to guess that your boy there probably shared it on his Facebook page, and I'm sure he has quite a number of followers. They're probably all just chomping at the bit to see him in the final match here. Clark fast tracking it a little here, try and get through. And he's got the old 5-7. Got the 10 out quick at least. All right, we'll watch these two finish off here. We'll move one pair over to our left here at the end. Oh, and he wiggles it.
Oh, you needed it.
He wiggles it. 190 for Clark to finish. Langer is going to punch out for 180. Holmes, I guess he should have left it in the bag, huh? All right, we'll move over one pair. That'll be our championship match here. So, Nick Pate will be taking on Clark Poelzer. Each player will get 2 shots on each lane. So give us just a couple of seconds here. Grab a beverage. We'll get their practice out of the way and we'll get started with our final match.
Nose and below. Nose and below.
2 shots on each, Nick, you bet.
Oh.
What's that? This was Autobahn. Do you mind sliding over just a little?
Yeah.
I got this pole right here that's definitely, I just want to get to about, there we go, that's perfect. I just had to get that pole out of the way. All right, so both players are in the Bet You Win as well for the full 30, so the Bet You Win jackpot certainly is going to get paid out today. Just a hair over $1,000 in that, so whoever wins, get 50% of that. Along with $600 first place prize, $450 to second place. Again, just a couple shots here left to go before we get started. Each player gets 2 shots on each lane.
That guy's wearing headphones while he rolls. I'm wearing headphones.
So we've got our number 1 seed, Nick Pate, going against what was our number 3 seed, Clark Poelzer. That's it.
What is this chair for you if you get tired? Or?
I was going to put my leg on it, but that's all right. You can sit in it.
No, I don't need to sit there. I was looking out for you. You think it's supposed to be him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
The ripped D pearl.
It would be a ripped
D pearl.
that Mr. Pate is throwing. The new hammer ripped.
No, 577.
By the way, quick plug. Buy a ripped and a ripped solid and get a free Yeti tumbler.
A Yeti tumbler?
Yes. A ripped and a ripped solid. Buy both.
No, it's ripped D pearl. Just saying it
No,
wrong.
don't say like that. Ripped and a ripped solid. And you get a free Yeti hammer logo tumbler. Again, just a couple of shots left here. Each player, 2 shots on each lane for those just joining. Hey, Stace. Okay, playing for the rest. Yep. All right, we are underway. So Nick gets his choice whether he wants to start first or finish first. And looks like he has chosen to start the match first to get underway. First frame, finals. Nick definitely higher rev rate. Oh! Crumbling 3
on the game.
out of the 4 of the bucket.
As tournament director, you got to make that
start.
illegal.
That will be legal forever.
That's illegal.
All 10 went down.
I've never done that before. If I've never done it, you've done it before.
That was sweet.
I've seen it. I saw it today.
What? You weren't watching me.
You were to the left of me.
Yeah. Oh. 4, 7, 9, 10. The everyday common 4, 7, 9, 10. Jake, yes, he has. I should point out, Nick is the champion a few weeks back of the Fusion Realtors Open down in Iowa. So he has been on quite a bit of a tear as of late. Well, a 7 only, so rough start for Clark. Johnny, you know, they're tongue-in-cheek talking about it because I informed them of the staff messages that went out about how we were to make sure we pronounce the ball the right way, ripped, not calling it a rip D, and the fact that it's a hybrid that's polished and not a pearl. So they're kind of funning on us. Clark up here in the second, working on that open. Wow! 4, 5, 7. Back-to-back everyday splits. The 4, 7, 9, 10 and the 4, 5, 7. Oh! Thought he had that one. All right, well. A rare start for Clark. Definitely some bad breaks involved there. So here we have Nick stepping up, second frame on the right lane, working on a strike. Great shot. Great shot. He's got a great look. That ball's rolling great for him. Nick and I were talking a little bit during the match play section. That is the ball that he won the Fusion with. Threw it most of the day, he said, on day 2. And said he had to take a little of that shine off. He said he hit it with a 3000 pad, a fresh one, and made all the difference in the world in the way it reads the lane. Obviously, that carried over to today. Twice on that lane, though, he's been a little light. Steven, that would be the ripped. That would be just the ripped. Yeah.
It's got to be a pearl.
It's actually a hybrid. 2-8 for Nick, makes easy work of it. So double spare for Nick to start the match. 48 in the second, spare in the third. We'll see what Clark does here. Again, this was the 4, 7, 9, 10 lane. Looked to me like he did maybe miss in a little bit on that, but not deserving of everything that was left there. 4-7 this time. give any more opinions on anybody's spare shooting ability as we see Clark pick up that 4-7. Every time I compliment somebody on how good of a spare shooter they are throughout the step ladder, they've chopped or flagged, hooked past a spare. So we'll leave those opinions out of it the rest of the way here. Nice conversion by Clark, 16 in the second, spare up in the third. Working on the lane, that gave him a 4-5-7 last time up on it. Bad footing. Just a 4-pin. A little trouble getting into the corners here. Autobahn was the pattern that we put out today. It played very difficult. Only took 28 over to make the cut into the match play format. 22 over cashed. We had 45 entries today. And so the 14 made it into match play. Cashed 15. Tony, it is at Concord, and it is the Minnesota Team Challenge, which counts as a CBA. So we see Nick step up on the right lane here, double spare working for him. He's up in the fourth frame. Carries the 4, missed in a little bit, looked like he stuck a little bit as well. So anyways, there are only 7 spots remaining. That tournament maxes out at 32, so definitely if you are thinking of getting a team in, not very many spots remain open. But that is, I believe, March 11th. It's the second Sunday in March. And then after that, we have our year end. I believe that is April 8th. And that site is yet to be determined. All right, we'll see what Nick does here. Great adjustment. That was the lane he had come in light a couple times on. I don't know if he either made a little hand change, a speed change, but either way, he got that one to shape right, face up and get in. Double spare double for him. At this point, a pretty commanding lead as Clark has yet to find the pocket for a strike. That looked in. I know I mentioned it last game. I don't know that I've seen Clark Poelzer throw more than 2 Brooklyns in about 20 years of watching him bowl. But he is throwing 3 in the last 3 games. Jake, yes, the year end does have some requirements. You do need to have bowled 4 CBA events to be able to bowl in our year end tournament. For those of you not familiar with that format, $6 from every entry throughout the entire year. All 12 tournaments get put into the added money year-end event. It is a 1-for-2 cashing ratio, so a much higher cashing event. As there are less bowlers eligible, it is a payback to those that give us that kind of patronage throughout the year. Finally, shutout averted in the 6th inning. Clark finds his way to a strike on that left lane. But also should be noted, Jake, that our Baker doubles tournament in October, historically been held at Treasure Island Extreme Bowl Casino over the last 5-6 years here, is a sellout. 48 teams that's limited to, but that counts. And the Minnesota Team Challenge coming up here in March counts as a CBA. So only 2 other singles events would be needed to be eligible for the year end. As we saw Nick go flush on the right lane again, so a double spare 3-bagger for Nick. has him pretty much cruising at this point. Clark has got 74 in the 5th with a strike in the 6th. And Nick has got 98 in the 4th, working on a double. There's a little fast 4-7, a little high flush there. Both players, as I mentioned, are in the Bet You Win jackpot. So whoever does end up winning today, that will get paid out, meaning there will be about $500 of that will be going into the year-end tournament in April. Easy spare for Nick. 146 in the 6th. Spare up in the 7th. Clark in a must-have here. He's 74 in the 5th, striking the 6th, but leaves a high 10 pin. Is it Russia? That's what it is. All right, Clark makes easy work of that 10 pin. Well, obviously he's gonna have to strike every shot from here on out, and he would need some help to go with it if he wants to have any chance. Otherwise, Nick will pretty much cruise into this one. Well, there's the first. Clark with his second strike of the match. 114 in the 7th, strike in the 8th. Nick missed in a little. Oh,
not your fault.
He says turnabout. Fair play, carries that Brooklyn. Debbie, that's funny because we were just talking about if we went to YouTube instead of a Facebook live streaming, we'd be able to have multiple microphones. One thing we've struggled with is finding a microphone that works well for this type of broadcast over the Facebook Live. Tried some different ones that haven't worked very well. And so anyways, we talked about, we'd have multiple microphone ability and multiple camera ability if we did. Oh, payback. There's payback. Yeah, for sure. High flush 7. But anyways, yeah, it would be cool. Love to see all the people that are watching. That's fantastic to have this kind of a turnout today online. So it's been great. Hopefully it continues on. We do try our best to live stream all of the finals, all of the stepladder finals, one tournament a month. So. $186 in the 8th for Nick, spare in the 9th. Means basically as long as he keeps breathing and is somehow able to get that ball to the pins, he should pretty much cruise in here. That'll wrap it up for sure. The best Clark could have gotten to was 204. That'll cut that considerably here. $184, the best he can do. This one is over already. Nick is your Saxon Lanes CBA champion 2018. He was just kind of hovering in about 8th, 9th place
You need these. These are big.
during the match play,
These are big shots right here.
and all of a sudden just found a good look. Went 240, 280, 240. Catapult him up to the top. Beat Lumpy in the position round as well. Solidified that #1 seed, making easy work, just having the one match to have to bowl. Little help from Clark, not having the... That went from Lily to 7-pin, quick at least.
Oh, thank God that ball deflected into the 10. That would have been embarrassing.
Fast tracking this through, Clark getting that spare. Slow hooking it over there. Easy spare. Anyways, yeah, Clark, some unreal bad breaks to start this match. I don't know that I've seen the 4-7, 9-10 more than a couple times. And he backs it up with the 4-5-7 on the last lane, but anyways, that was a fantastic tournament for Clark, the guy that defies the ages. CBA bowler that has won in every decade, so definitely a force still to be reckoned with, even as he's getting into the upper age bracket and the super seniors. Anyways, there it is. Done a few frames ago, but now it's official. 225 to 171. Nick Pate is your CBA champion, Saxon Lanes 2018. We'll be back next month for that team challenge. Again, we will live stream the top step ladder there for that, and our year-end tournament coming up in April as well. Thanks everyone for joining us. Fantastic turnout. Thanks for everybody that watched, and we'll see you next month.